Evening, ladies and gentlemen. More minor league esports action for you here tonight. The Champions League is where we will go next, and the Rhinos versus the Knights. Kendo Slice here with you, and we have found the classiest of weasels to be right by my side. Classy, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I don't know if some of these viewers were able to see the previous few matches, but we had a Foundations League just a few minutes ago. Went to Game 5. It was amazing. Overtime, tied 1-1. Hope we get some of that action right here coming up next with Rhinos and Knights.
Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to some amazing action. Both teams they're in the fight for the playoffs towards the end here. Week 6, of course, shortened season that we are going into. But I tell you what, these are both two teams that are right in the middle of the playoff fight. Third in the division for the Knights at 15-10. One win behind them are the Rhinos, fifth in the division, just on the outside looking in. So both these teams looking for a great result here on lovely Utopia Coliseum. And I've been told there's some sort of map intro that we go through now. So hey, let's see this. And game number 1 underway. Mike with the quick kickoff. Fluffy Eagle up, able to get no touch on that, as it'll see a clear. Of course, the setting of 2s here in minor league esports, not something everyone sees on a regular basis. Most people think traditional 3s the way to go, but much faster play here in the Champions League and in that 2s environment. Here is Fluffy Eagle up on the wall with the ball down. OG Krish able to push it out, though.
Rhinos starting off strong, getting the first few attacks on, and that one going to be threatening and can't get the follow-up. That's the third time we've seen it in the box and a dangerous shot or pass right on the box. And yet, here we are, Mike. Mike getting his first goal, the first one of the whole series. We see all this pressure for Rhinos, but 45 seconds later, this flick in the Batmobile is going to does it over.
Something that Mike is very well known for. And of course, the Batmobile also very well known for the flick. He's able to get it up over 1, and he can do that all day long. Mike is my Ike, of course, one of the best players in Champions League, top 10 in MVPR so far. The Knights will continue this push. Take control in their own zone. Fluffy Eagle with a nice demo. Oshkrish will try to clear this ball out. Corliss down to Fluffy Eagle. Shot on. Mike just barely gets there in time. Gets a little bit of help from the post.
That's the second, I believe, maybe even third shot Rhinos has had that just his post, just a little bit less accurate. They're going to want to be cleaning that up. They want to get a few more opportunities, but that was dangerous in front of the box, and Eagle able to barely get that one past, but another one mounting right on the goal line. Corliss over and over, man. This pressure from the Knights is unceasing.
Rhinos desperately trying to get this ball out, but it'll be once again Krish taking control. Mike, double commit right here. Ball will get to the corner. Nice center ball to Krish. Krish will put it in.
This is great awareness right here. Mike is my Ike. Getting the 50-50 and then challenging it right off. Ooh, there was a miss in the corner, and that's going to be very costly. Krish had to get the power and the speed. Getting up there in time, the double jump helped a lot, but not going to miss that one in Champions Division, which means that's a 2-0, even with a strong start by the Rhinos. I think there's going to be a little bit of accuracy cleaning up from the gray side.
Yeah, definitely plenty of time, though, to get your act together if you are the Rhinos. They usually don't see very well, I might add. They have to kind of scent. They sense what's going on the field, so hopefully they're getting their sense about them here in Game 1. Mike is my Ike will clear this ball down. Corliss to Fluffy Eagle. Ball into the red corner now. Krish will miss the ball, forces a out by Mike. This will be a touch by Fluffy Eagle, a chance. High in the box, this ball is lofted, but no one from the Rhinos will come in to capitalize on was a solid chance. Nice passed out, though. Corliss not able to make the shot, and my Ike will clear away.
Over again and again. 2 sidewalls. We saw 2 posts earlier. Just that accuracy not coming through. Even an open net right there that we saw. Couldn't capitalize. They need a goal desperately if they want to start getting some morale boosts here. They haven't had a lack of opportunities. It's just been coming in clutch and finishing those off with an accurate touch at the end.
Here's a chance towards the box. Fluffy Eagle will try to see this ball out. Krish sees it up the wall. Into the corner we go. Krish, the attempted back pass back to Mike. One touch off of the backboard, and it'll be played away by Fluffy Eagle. Not too much going on for the Rhinos on the offensive zone. Here's a team touch. Krish gonna put this towards the net, but fakes it to Mike, who will put it just wide. And the Knights showing themselves great prowess on offense. They've been very good all season so far. Rhinos definitely a more defensive team, and it is showing with their tendencies. The Rhinos definitely going to have to get out of their own zone, though.
Oh, yeah, Knights, they would get 2 in the first part of this game, and so far haven't had a whole lot of opportunities beyond that. I think they've recognized that as well, saying, hey, we don't need to push as much. It's okay, we can play a bit more conservative and hold on to this lead, whereas Rhinos just needs to get at least 1. Get some morale going and say, yeah, we can score against this Knights defense.
Here's Corliss, though. He'll answer your call, and it is now a 2-1 game.
And accuracy finally comes in. 5th time's the charm. My Ike couldn't quite get the touch he wanted, and it had to be far post. Couldn't get saved if you're placed like that. Corliss not hitting the side post this time. Well done. And in the last minute, that might be what they need in order to tie this game up, maybe even take the win away. They're going to need another one in the next minute to do so.
Here's Corliss. Ball out for Fluffy Eagle. Manages to get by 1. Good control here by the Rhinos. This will be off the backboard, but Krish is there. Corliss now back off the corner. Fluffy Eagle not able to get by Mike. The push will be towards the mid. Krish able to keep it in the corner for now, but a 50-50 win for Fluffy Eagle. Sees a chance. Ball towards the middle. Lofted high, but nobody home. Corliss getting the boost out of the mid. The Rhinos needing something. They're just not able to keep that extra man up for the chance. 18 seconds to go. Might not be enough time. We'll see if they can do it here. Corliss now will push it. This will be high towards the backboard. Might drop in. Corliss will follow his own ball, and he scores. 6 seconds left.
This was clutch. Corliss, knowing this one wasn't going to be able to go in, he had to follow this one up. And that was the only option he had, too, because if it had been any lower, it would have been cleared out. And with 6 seconds left, that's your last push. Rhinos sending up a prayer, and it does work out. Finally finding that accuracy that they lacked at the beginning, and this might be an overtime. And the Knights rethinking, saying, what just happened? We needed to survive 1 more minute, but here we are in overtime.
Here we are in overtime, indeed. Kickoff's very important. Big fake by the Rhinos. Fluffy Eagle up to Corliss. Shot on net. Krish makes the save. Almost a huge goal by the Rhinos as they played to their strengths off that kickoff. Oh, open net. And Mike just barely not able to get the shot on Corliss. Good defense. Continued pressure now. Corliss going to bring this ball back into the red half. Corliss with a chance. Can he fake? He shoots on. He scores. The Rhinos come back and score a 3rd goal. 3-2 victory.
3 unanswered. Corliss making the defender pay. Number 1 job as the keeper. You don't want to give up that near post, and Corliss notices that opening, cuts it in, and that's going to be the 3rd. Rhinos coming in clutch. That's going to be a ridiculous amount of goals in just a short amount of time. Knights, not sure what happened there. I'm thinking Rhinos, I don't know what clicked there at the end, but if you can play like that for the whole 5 minutes, that's going to be a huge game changer. Rhinos started off strong, couldn't get anything going, and Knights able to get a few in. But Rhinos seemed to go for everything. That pressure was really building right there at the end, knowing that they had to give it their all, you know what I mean? And getting 1 there in the 59th second. 1 more is all they needed in 6 seconds was it. The momentum had already shifted at that point. I think Rhinos Definitely looking for that overtime goal.
I might even be able to answer you on that, on what happened there. The defensive style versus offensive style battle in twos is always a very interesting animal. A solid defensive back rotation sometimes can overcome a good offensive push. And the Knights, they have the offense, but the Rhinos, they continued, even though they went 2 down, to keep their defensive rotation. They allowed the Knights to make the mistakes. And really, they made that comeback happen. The Knights let that comeback happen. And the Knights, they're definitely going to have to adjust in game number 2.
See Kendo pulling a James bot here. Wishing he was part of
that's
the MLE. I don't think anyone noticed.
We're continuing to go forward here, and Mike will make the first goal there. I do apologize.
A little bit of confusion here at the beginning, but Knights get the first goal, and that was much faster. My goodness. The push, catching Rhinos off guard. Mike is my Ike putting the first one in game 2, just how they wanted to start. Rhinos coming back with those 3 unanswered in game 1 can be quite demoralizing, but it's not letting them phase them at all. Knights getting the first one. Can they hold on against this tough Rhinos defense?
And here we go once again. Mike will try to keep control. Krish with a little bit of a back touch here. I'm not sure what he was looking for right there. 50-50 in the mid. Chance for Mike to have a solo play here. He's something he is very good at. Will control the ball into the corner, but nothing doing here. Ball float out for Krish. Nice shot towards the net, but it'll be just off. Great center by Mike to Krish, and Krish will score.
Krish, seeing both of the defenders in the corner, tries to put this one on net, but misses. But his teammate Mike is like, hey, let's give this one another shot. I'll play it right back to you. And Krish is like, okay, I won't miss this one. It's going to be the second. This seems like an exact copy of the previous game. Knights go up 2. But Rhinos obviously have something to say about it. They did get the comeback in game 1. Can they make the same thing happen here?
Here is Corliss with a high lofted ball. This will go off the backboard and out. Krish will win the race to the ball. Nice lofted touch up. Bar down. It will not go in, but a great opportunity for the Knights. They are not able to jump on. Good touch from Mike to Krish. Towards center, Krish. 50-50 ball will keep it there in the corner, and a chance for the Knights to regroup here as the Rhinos will try to clear it out. Chance now. Corliss with a ball down, and that was a pinch off of the ceiling. Amazing touch.
This was Krish, and then just the read, knowing exactly where the clear was going to come from. Corliss stuffs him, and knowing Mike is my Ike was trying to go up for the pass, couldn't get back in time, had enough speed on it, which means Rhinos gets the first one. This look is looking awfully familiar, Kendall. What do you think?
Looking awfully familiar indeed, although the time frame very different in this case. Here's Corliss, though. Will continue this pressure, this newfound pressure that the Rhinos have. Mike will try to see it out. Dangerous in this spot. Will get 50'd by Fluffy, who will put it back into the red zone. Up the wall we go. Chance for a center. Fluffy down to Corliss, and there is the equalizer. Deuces Wild at 3 minutes.
It just seems like every time Knights has an opportunity or a few goals, Rhinos just doesn't care. They go right down the field, tie it up in what seems like just a few seconds. And we're all back at 2-2, tied up, and 3 minutes to go. A very different time frame, as you said. Oh, both try to go for the fake, too.
I might work out after all. Fluffy Eagle will get a shot on. Corliss with the follow-up, and great plays out of the Rhinos.
There's the third. What's going on with the Knights defense? I'm just saying it's great Rhinos offense. That was a great pass. Going off the sidewall, and Corliss coming in clutch with the follow-up. Those are usually very hard to keep low and accurate and powerful. All 3 of those. Corliss does just that, gets the hat trick.
I love the fact Mike is my Ike even read the fact that they were going with the fake there. Loses control of the ball, and the Rhinos still able to make that kickoff play happen. Here is Mike, though. Will try to redeem himself. Carries the ball into the corner. Back pass to Krish. It'll be cleared out by Fluffy Eagle, and Mike will retreat. Into his own corner he goes. Fluffy Eagle, lofted ball, high. This is dangerous. Corliss with a shot down and scores. 4-2, the Rhinos have busted it open.
Mike is my Ike. He saw this one coming. He decided to stay on the back wall, let Corliss take the shot, but when it's placed that high, coming down and trying to save it is oh so hard, Mike, because I couldn't get the touch that he wanted. It's going to be the fourth one. Not the script we saw in game one. Definitely Rhinos is much more commanding in this one, I'd say. They're writing the script right now.
Here is Mike. He will try to push this ball towards the center. Fluffy is there. Successful center will be down towards the box, but Corliss is able to read the situation. Plenty of time for the Knights, but they need to handle the ball well here. Rhinos there to challenge. Krish is going to miss it here. Mike, Fluffy in a foot race, and Mike just able to push this ball to the side as that was an open net waiting for the Rhinos to score. Here's Fluffy Eagle, has a chance. Nobody from the Knights home, flips the ball, and Corliss will see it in. The Rhinos looking so good.
Seems like Fluff Eagle's setting all these up. The selfless plays. Instead of the flick on net, just passes it right over to Corliss. 5 goals for Rhinos and 5 goals for Corliss. All him, but definitely not without a few assists from his teammate. Now look who's running away with it. Knight starting off strong, but it's the finish and the middle what matters, and Rhinos showed us they are in control of that.
Here is Oskrish, will push this ball. Corliss in the side. Mike will try to push it out here. Everyone kind of whiffing the ball here. Mike will get a nice pitch off of a Rhinos defender, and that ball will fly high into the Rhino zone. Errant touch by Krish. It'll be down for Fluffy Eagle. We'll see this ball into the mid. He's going for the ceiling shot, ladies and gentlemen. We'll touch it off of the wall. Corliss reads it well, but this is a hard commit. Ball down for Mike. Ball towards the middle, but he's not able to get the shot on, and Fluffy Eagle will return to sender.
Man, if you're the Knights and you see someone go for a ceiling shot like that and you're able to stuff them and get the clear, you need to capitalize on that counterattack. They had an open net. If they can make the touches accurate and on net, then that's going to make the difference and get them a goal, get them back into this game. But it was just off the post, couldn't make it happen. And now after those missed opportunities, the clock is winding down. Last 30 seconds, it seems as Rhinos might just take this second game.
There is Krish. He's going to miss out on this. Both Knights missing out on this altogether. Mike has a chance, but he is going to retreat his pressure here. Makes the save on a long ball by Corliss. And this one's pretty much over here, Classy. And I tell you what, great turnout by the Knights as they've taken their offensive pressure and turned it up to 11, my friend. And absolutely amazing to think going into this, we were talking about how the Knights seemed to be the offensive team and the Rhinos were relying more on defense. Definitely true in that the Rhinos are relying on their defense to allow the Knights to make mistakes. The Knights really struggling against the Rhinos' control all over the field.
Yeah, we usually talk about one team having, oh, they got good defense or offense. We talked about right at the beginning, like you mentioned. And Knights, I think, is still very heavy on that offense, but Rhinos seem to have that more well-rounded kind of a thing. We've seen their defense in the previous part of the season, but in this series specifically, their offense is coming out clutch when they need it. The passing plays are pretty much there every single time they need it. 4 of the 5 goals have been passing plays. It's assisted all by Fluffy Eagle. He's been where he needs to be, and then both of those teammates just reading each other's minds. Communication right now is at another level. Rhinos is just popping off, and Knights right now, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can understand that completely. For the Knights, I think it's really just going to start with getting that little bit of extra control that they need. So far, it's just been the Rhinos dictating the pace. The Rhinos have been dictating the way everyone's been playing, and they've been able to put out these amazing pass plays off of the kickoffs. It's so when you're doing all of that, you're definitely doing something right. I think it'll be up to the Knights to try to make sure that they don't allow it to happen anymore. So here we go again. Once Game number 3, Mike is my Ike. We'll push this ball into the Knights zone. Can the Knights start off fast once again? They've been able to do a really good job of starting. It's just the finishing they haven't been able to do, and Fluffy Eagle with a own goal.
Nutty angle still. Got to give him credit. The pinch goes a bit too high. Fluffy Eagle wanted to get up. Didn't quite have the boost start that he wanted. Tried to course correct and instead puts it on his own net. Knight's going to say thank you very much. We've seen them go up first in the past 2 games, but it hasn't meant anything. Knights want to change the record from here on out and actually get this win starting with the first goal.
Corliss going for the nutty play right there. By the way, speaking of nutty plays, ladies and gentlemen, I've got my balls, Garana. Do you? I know these players on the field also would like some balls, Guarana, and they can do that by winning the Balls Play of the Week. If you see a play you like, make sure you clip it, hashtag it MLDP, or MLE, excuse me, POTW. I gotta get that right. I'm the OG. What can I say?
We love you still. It's okay.
.354 to go. Here is Mike. The ball in the Rhinos corner. Not much going on here. They say the ball goes to the corner to die, as we haven't seen too much of a progressive touch out of both of these teams. Plenty of time for the Knights to control. Double commit here. He'll be pushed to the side. This is going to fall nicely into the box. Open net for Krish, and he will score. 2-0 the Knights once again.
Second mechanical error from the side of the Rhinos, just making Knights be able to capitalize on those. Get another shot from OG Krish. It's going to be 2-0 once again, something we've seen so familiar. But the Rhinos saying, here we are, 2-0. Now we start to turn the wheels on. Stop making those defensive mistakes and turn the offense up to an 11.
Here is the ball once again in the corner. Krish going to try to see this ball towards the middle. Corliss will take his time. Krish with a chance will fall on the ball. This is dangerous in the box. Fluffy Eagle will see it out. Not enough control though, as Mike will continue the pressure here. Chance now. Krish, high lofted ball. It'll be towards the middle. Fluffy Eagle will push it away.
This is some good pressure by Knights. Once they get the 2-0, they don't relax. They're keeping that offense going because that's their strong suit. Well done by them by recognizing it and keep the pressure up. They're just about at halftime. I'd say think about surviving, but I say think about more goals being scored because this Rhinos offense is going to keep pounding you like they have the past few games. At this point, the only defense you have against it is just to score more.
Here's Corliss, and not able to get the touch there. Mike takes a shot on. Fluffy Eagle is there. This will be a push towards the Knights zone. Fluffy Eagle not able to get enough out of the corner. Corliss will go hard for that ball. Nobody home, though, in the twos environment, as that is more of a threes play. Ball reversed back. Corliss somehow comes across. Makes a big save right there as that net was wide open.
The ball barely went in as well. He had to get his car inside the net and flick it out to keep this at a 2-0 and his team in it. Don't want to go up 3-0, especially whenever you're used to coming back by a 2-point deficit. Rhinos hasn't quite found that momentum that we usually see them in these games. The past 2 have been pray tell of it, but this one is turning out very differently. Knights is quite thankful for it, I'd say, but there's still a minute and a half left.
Yeah, much better control out of the Knights, and that's what it's really come down to, Classy. They haven't allowed the Rhinos to play their game, and the Rhinos really just have been stifled in this. We see all this possession right now in the Rhinos zone, as there's always seems to be a Knight within sword's reach of the ball.
Sword's reach now. How long is a sword in Rocket League? Is that like
that
like half a
depends,
car,
my
or?
friend. But that would take an entire game to go through. You have your broadswords, your long swords,
Exactly.
your rapiers. You have smaller. We could even go into Japanese swords, my friend. Katanas. Oh man, that. Yeah.
What, Sabres?
I'm sorry. Sabres, we're not advertising other teams right now. We have the Knights and the Rhinos on the field with 34 seconds left. And 2 goals to nothing as the Rhinos really trying to get something started, but it's been all Knights with the possession. Here's a chance, though. Fluffy will try to keep this in the box. Has a chance to follow as this is a ball down. Still in the box as he almost made that nutty play happen.
Fluffy Eagle, I was going to be like, mechanical skill beyond comprehension. That one, tracking it and then dunking it down, didn't quite hit the accuracy that he wanted. Did hit the post, which was close, but not close enough for his teammate to be able to follow it up, which means we're going to hit 0 seconds. The 2-0 is going to stay, and Rhinos can't seem to rally back like they usually do. Knights quite thankful for it in this case. Able to make the series a 1-2, a little bit more reasonable, but setting up the reverse sweep like we have almost seen previously tonight. Maybe Knights will be the team. They do have a slightly better record, but both of these teams so evenly matched. You can see it right here. Each one of these matches could sway either way.
Absolutely, my friend. And I tell you what, the Knights taking a little bit of time here between the games. I think just trying to control the pace even. Like, once you have an opportunity, Mike is my Ike. I gotta acknowledge this. Kendo, why do you look like Elton John in the game chat? Because I'm a rocket man.
Just going to let that sit. Just simmer. Anyways, Rhinos getting shut out, which is something we haven't seen as of yet, which we're like, oh, their defense is this what they excel in, and so far their offense is kind of pushed out a little bit more in as of recently, especially with that 5-2 game we saw in game 2. But here, it seems like it just got completely stifled. Knights was able to keep that offense that they started with in each game throughout the rest of it. Rhinos got caught off guard. Corliss nor Fluffy Eagle seemed to get that many opportunities. Right at the end, we did see it, but it was just too late. And Knights take their first game, a much-needed one as well, as they try this reverse sweep.
And really, it was just the possession of the ball being in the gray half almost the entire time, Classy. At one of the things I noted the first couple games, there weren't many saves for the Rhinos, despite the fact that they're an extremely good defensive team. A lot of their challenges were coming in the mid rather than on their own zone. Last game, they had 6 saves, and they only had about 4 shots. Not very much offensive production, and they were hemmed in their own end trying to defend. Here's Fluffy Eagle, though, trying to get some fakes and wave dashes on this ball. Corliss with a chance. We're not able to get it in. The Rhinos trying to put in some trickery as the Knights will push it back.
Seems like Corliss and Fluffy Eagle cock-blocked each other right there, getting the cars in the way of each other because they both were like, oh, the ball's in the net. It's in the box. We got to punch it in. Counterproductive, but that one, the accuracy, far left, top corner. My goodness. Mike is like trying to clear this one, but instead puts it right to Corliss, who ain't going to miss that one.
And this comes down to a mistake in communication. Mike is my Ike and Krish both going up for that when really you still needed one man down. And it was up to them to communicate at that point. You double commit on the wall to only one man being down, it's going to be an open net, and the Rhinos able to capitalize on that well as Corliss almost gets another chance. Fluffy Eagle off that 50-50 there. Here is Krish. Ball back into the Rhinos zone as the Knights will try to control it and keep it there once again. But the Rhinos doing a really good job so far of adjusting. They're keeping the pressure on the offensive push by the Knights so far. Krish will put it across. Touch, no, a miss in the corner. Here is Mike. This will be a ball towards the middle. Nobody touching the ball just yet. 50-50, Krish will see it into the corner. And once again, just a ball sitting in the Rhino zone, and the Knights not allowing them out of their own zone.
Seems like they're pushing not as aggressive. I'd say the space is unconducive. Oh, the fake. Corliss getting him there. Couldn't quite put it home, but like that, not challenging worked quite as effectively as we've seen, and Knights didn't go up first like we've seen as of recently. Rhinos able to get the first blood, especially with a game like a shutout as the previous one was. I think that's impressive. But regardless, it's 2.5 minutes left. We're right at halfway. Still very close. No one's run away with it quite yet. I think it's going to stay that way till the end of regulation.
You might say it could be a long, long time before we see the next goal, my friend. But now that we've cursed it completely, here's an opportunity. Mike is going to push it away. Chance now. Here's Krish. Ball towards the center. Gets it out to Mike. Gets the shot. Fluffy with the save. Still a chance, though. Krish might see this in. Corliss, big save. Keeps it in the corner now. Chance on the way back. Here is Fluffy Eagle. 2v1. We'll take the 1v1. Flick up. Corliss with a chance. No. Krish able to make the save. Back the other way we go again. Mike is my Ike. Long ball. Will not be able to put it on. And the Rhinos will do the clear.
Non-stop action back and forth. Seems like Knights are finally getting opportunities, but Rhinos defense is saying no once again, like we've seen them do all season. That consistency on the other side of the field, the gray side, that's what really makes the difference. Defenses win championships, and Rhinos, with this one goal, they say, now we just need to keep it out of our own and we get this win. Just like that. They are a brick wall right now on defense.
And that's what they need to rely on. They need to rely on that stalwart defensive rotation, because the Knights will take shots all day. But if you don't overcommit, you don't make mistakes on the defensive end, there's a good chance eventually that Knight squad will make a mistake, but they haven't so far. As continued pressure by the Knights, ball towards the center. Corliss, though, up on the wall, wisely will get it out. Mike will continue the pressure, misses out on the ball. Krish with the ball towards center. Corliss, this will be a long ball back the other way. The Rhinos will capitalize on the mistake that finally presented.
Yeah, Knights was just looking a bit too clean on offense. You knew it was about to happen, and you called it. Maybe a little bit of a jinx, but regardless, Knights still make the mistake, and Rhinos get the clear and the counterattack to the open net. You're looking at 44 seconds left on the clock, and the Knights are down. I'd say it's just a 1-goal deficit. You can play a bit more conservatively, but Knights think that they had an opening there. Obviously, Rhinos was able to clear it out and get the goal. The security goal is meaning so much in these last 30 seconds.
There's 30 seconds, as you said, left on the clock. Here's Mike. Chance now, not able to get the flick up and over. Corliss, ball all the way down. We'll see this ball towards the net. Krish makes a big touch to keep it out. Chance in the middle. Mike will push it out. Needs to do something here. Has a chance. Will not be able to make a second touch off of the ceiling. And Corliss back the other way. 1v1 shot on. Mike will make the save. But as the time winds down, we see the Rhinos win the series. And they are going to put even more pressure on the Knights, as well as the other teams in the Amber Division, by winning that series with this 2-0 victory. And the Knights had control in game 3. They completely lost it here. Like, they tried to establish it, but it was the Rhinos allowing the Knights to pressure them and waiting for those mistakes and capitalizing that made the huge difference.
Most definitely. The shutout the other way around. Knights not able to get a single goal on this defense. We talked about it all the time, but it's finally showing here. Rhinos didn't really excel as much as we saw in game 2. Let's just say those 5 goals, nothing or much more compared to these just 2. But that's not what matters. Knights offense couldn't find a single thing. The shots were there. We saw 4 coming out from Mike is my Ike and so many more, but the saves were even more clutch. Those would matter the most, which means Rhinos will take the series win 3-1, but this is MLE, so we do play the 5th one, which means Knights still have an opportunity to take another one, make it a bit more even. And since these two teams are so close in the bracket, both of them could make it into the playoffs. It all depends on how week 7 goes.
Yeah, and for the Knights, this is your chance to tie it back up in the standings, and then they'll end up relying on the, if I remember right, it's the goal differential is the first tiebreaker, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, goal differential between goals scored and goals conceded.
There we go. Krish with a big play. Will jump on that ball and make first blood.
10 seconds in, man. They're starting off strong. The demo is what did it. Able to line up the shot. Fluffy caught flat-footed in net. knowing he wasn't close enough to challenge, just let him take the shot. And OG Krish nails it, top shelf. Great push. This offense finally finding a goal after not finding a single one in the previous game, but an answer all the other way around. Fluffy Eagle beating out the defender 6 seconds later. So we talked about defense and how great it was on both sides, and yet here we are, 16 seconds into the game, 2 goals already scored.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a lapse of defense on both tries right there. Both teams will jump on, and they'll jump on the opponent's mistakes. So it all plays out in the wash here, 1-1 with 4:39 on the clock. Krish gonna try to get this over Corliss. Still a second chance by Mike, who pushes it just wide. Huge missed opportunity for the Knights, and they'll lick their wounds as they go back into their own zone. Good pressure by Mike, gets a 50-50 win, able to get the dunk on, pushes the ball back into the Rhinos zone. Krish, 50-50 win. Chance now for the Knights to control, but nothing doing on that attempt. Fluffy Eagle with a shot on. Mike with the side save. Corliss with a shot on. It'll go down and in, and the Rhinos take the lead.
Great shot here. We see both of the defenders in Knights seem to get a little bit of a double commit, but even if just one of them went for it, that shot hit bar and down. I don't know how you're going to be able to get up and save that. Knights just caught on their wheels on the ground, not sure what to do. Not sure with this whole defense, because usually play the offense, and now Rhinos had the lead once again, looking for their 4th win of the series.
Head-to-head, then goal differential, my friend. But when you have so many teams so close, goal differential might make a huge difference here. As Krish, excuse me, OG Krish, I keep on trying to sandwich all of his name together. It's quite interesting. As Mike will put this high off the post. Chance for the Knights, but not enough vertical ball, or too much vertical ball movement, not enough horizontal, as Michael put it off both bars there, and nothing doing. Another missed opportunity for the Knights, so close, back the other way, a foot race, and Corliss will score, and that one hurts if you're a Knights fan.
Most definitely. It's the 3rd defender for Rhinos coming in clutch. 2 posts, and then the other way. Rhinos getting their 3rd. Knights not lack of opportunities. They're getting all these chances. 5 shots already, and we're not even 2 minutes into the game. It's just they're either just a bit wide or the defender's just barely there, and then counterattack on the other side. They just can't seem to defend.
Here is Fluffy Eagle. Krish will cut him off. The Knights in desperate need of something here with 3 minutes to go. Mike will try to see it around. Most everyone here is Krish. I think as Corliss tries to put that away, as that was dangerous in front of the box. Mike now out of the mid, a chance to touch it in. Once again, the post coming into play, and I don't know what the Rhinos fed this goalpost, but I tell you what, it's been working so far. Give the goalpost a balls Corona, because it is making some serious plays here late in this series.
True MVP right there. Crossbar and the posts. I mean, that's the bane of existence for the Knights right now. They can't seem to hit it anywhere else. It's not crossbar challenge. We got to hit it in. They're getting chances. 2 minutes to go. Definitely want a few more of those. And if they can get them on net, they have an opportunity to tie this one up. There's going to be another one. See what they can make of it.
Krish will try to see this middle be cleared away by the Rhinos. Ball towards the mid. Krish might be able to push this in once again. Plenty of time, but missed touches by the Knights. They see a missed opportunity again, and it's a foot race back the other way. Mike, though, able to make a big save there. Probably a series-saving save, as they have not been able to get any control in the zone, and then when they do, the crossbar has been there to block them. Here's a shot on as Krish able to make the save. Krish now back the other way. This is a need, but Krish unable to get the touch in. Corliss off of the ceiling will make a big clear away, and the Knights in desperate need of a goal here. This will drop down for Mike. He needs it. He gets it. 3-2. The Knights cut at the lead.
I could just see both of these teammates, both OG and Mike, sigh of relief. saying, finally, no post, no defender, no side, no backboard. That is the back of the net, what they've been begging for, needing these last few minutes. It couldn't have come at a more prime time. You've got 1 goal left for the Knights to score if they want to tie it up in 1 minute to do so. And they clutch up right now.
Well, here is a touch by Corliss towards the net. 50-50. Will leave the ball in the corner. Fluffy Eagle to Corliss. Corliss will push it in. Good back pass there. This is going to be a dangerous ball. Mike is going to force to waste boost in order to get up for it. It'll be a shank into the Rhinos zone, and the Rhinos once again will take control. 30 seconds left now. Is this ball going to be out? Good control, though, by Krish. He'll push it back into the Rhinos corner, but nobody home. Nice touch as Mike will interrupt. Shot on. Can it go in? Yes, it will. The bar will not interfere, and the Knights tie the game.
That is to make up for all the missed shots, hitting the post, but this time going right to Mike. He's thanking his lucky stars, knowing that one could have gone in or out. Instead, it went right to him. Very thankful for that, because right now it's tied up. 19 seconds left. That they needed that more than they needed anything. In fact, either overtime or maybe even sealing it out here. That's the Knights' dream right now.
Well, here's Corliss. It'll be a ball back into the Knights zone. Has a chance if he can get there in time. Not able to do so. Krish will try to see the ball out. It's a miss. Fluffy Eagle with a chance. It's a high ball. But no, it will land. Overtime we go. Game 5. Critical for both teams as an 18-win season for the Rhinos. Huge for playoff hopes. Both teams trying to even up right here. Fluffy Eagle, this will be a ball towards center. Krish will make the touch on the ball. It'll still be high in the box. Corliss will keep it there. And this will drop out for Fluffy. He's going to push it back towards the middle. Mike to Krish. Chance to control. The 50-50 is won by Corliss, who's going to push this back towards mid. Mike is there to interrupt. 1v1 back the other way. He has a chance. It'll be high, just wide. Here comes, oh my goodness, Corliss able to make the save as Krish was there.
Missed opportunity again. Knights kicking themselves, but they won't give up. This is a golden goal opportunity. Win it right here, right now. Tie up each other's records. And OG Krish missing that one, but definitely not out of opportunities just yet. This offense of Knights is not going to give up.
1v1 chance. Here is Krish. He will push the ball away. Corliss will try to take control in his own corner. We'll try to see this ball out, but it's a pass straight to Mike, who's going to control it into the opposite corner. Now, this is a drop down, but no extra touch out of Mike, and it goes back the other way again. Here is Corliss. Ball, mistouch towards the middle into the box, not where you want it. Mike will try to touch it. Corliss could have had a shot on net, but not able to get around it. Krish will try to see it down. Corliss, no! The ball goes into the net, and the own goal. Not like this.
Heartbreaker. This was a ridiculously fast pinch. Ran off the ceiling, so I don't blame Corliss. I mean, it fell right down on his card. Not a whole lot you can do. That's just amount of luck goes into that shot, but regardless, Knights squeak out with another win. I wouldn't say it was as much of a squeak out for luck's sake, because they definitely earned those 3 goals to make it to overtime. 3 unanswered got them the win against Rhinos. And now if we look at the series record, that's 3-2, Rhinos in the lead, but overall they're tied up right now in the division, which means if playoff contention for both of these is still staying alive, which means it's very close. Could go either way. Week 7 is very crucial, both of these. But Rhinos getting the win. Knights ending on a high note, so I'd say a win for both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams well fought as the Knights definitely needing that game. That'll leave them tied with the Rhinos for the playoffs. And oh my goodness, I tell you what, we had quite the banger tonight. Amazing stream tonight, as multiple games being 3-2 is always very interesting here on the Minor League Esports station. And I tell you what, man, oh man, it is good to be back. By the way, special reminder, everyone, Balls Guarana. If you don't drink it, you might want to try it out. Balls.com. I drink it. I am powered by Balls, and this stream is also powered by Balls. Again, hashtag MLEPOTW on the plays that you think are the best. And then the voting, always so much fun. By the way, special thanks to our other sponsor, Power A, the official controller of Minor League Esports. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you might see this right here. This right here is a Power A controller. So it is the official controller of Kendo Slice as well. Check that out at the links provided for you in the chat. Classy, it has been amazing, my friend. Other than a mishap where I decided to be James Bot for a second, it's been a wild night. Rhinos and knights and chivalry and large, mostly blind animals.
And 2 Game 5 overtimes.
Exactly. 2 Game 5 overtimes. You can't ask for any more, my friend. I hate to see it, but it is time to go.
'Tis a shame. We get to have some good series, a 4-1 and 2 3-2s, making it close. In week 6, super tense, but of course we're waiting up for week 7, which is the one that actually matters. A few of the teams that we just saw just clinched their spot in the playoffs. Now they're just playing for seeding. And the ones that we just saw just a few minutes ago, these two need to fight with clawing with their teeth and nails to make it to the playoffs. They're right on the cusp. Week 7 is going to be the difference, so make sure you tune in for that next Friday and Saturday for Primetime Saturday, which you can probably see me as well, and maybe even some more Kendo if you like our personalities. Come say hi.
Okay, on behalf of Classy Weasel, Hunted earlier, who is also our broadcaster for the night, I am Kendo Slice. Stay tuned for the host, everybody. And stay tuned for some more amazing Rocket League action on the MLE Network. Good night, everybody.